Hi and welcome to this quick how to help video on solving equations with division. This is the third video in the series of equations. If you're finding them useful, then please do subscribe to the channel. There's new content being uploaded all the time, and hopefully it will enable you to find more of my videos faster. The division looks like fractions, and that can be really off-putting. But really, we've got to just not lose sight of the fact that it is just division, which means it isn't really any harder than what we've already been doing. It just looks like it's going to be harder. So let's do our first example. If we've got x over 4, take 2 equaling 3. I go through all the same kind of stuff that I say to myself. If I want to know what x equals, I have to get it on its own. To get it on its own, I've got to move a 4 and I've got to move this 2, minus 2. The last thing I say is the first thing I hop. So let's read this out. This says x divided by 4. Really tempting to write to say x over 4, but really try and call this divide, because that's what it is. X divided by 4, take 2. The last thing that came out of my mouth was take 2. So I'm going to circle it, drop it on the other side. It's got to land as its opposite, remember? So I've now got x over 4, that's gone, equaling 3 plus 2, which is 5. I'm now going to get rid of the 4. So I'm going to circle the 4 along with the divide sign, because I really want to leave x completely on its own. Goes to the other side. Divide lands as times, always the opposite sign. I've now got x equaling 5 times 4, 20. And that's it. It really isn't any harder. It just feels like it should be, okay? Let's look at another one that involves a division. Okay, I've got x plus 7. And then there's my divide line. That's my division, equaling 3. And once again, that feels quite a scary looking equation. But when you think about just what it says to you, it should feel a lot easier. So let's read this one out loud. This says x plus 7 all over 8. But remember, we're not going to use the language all over or over. We're going to use the language divide. So if I read this out again, it's x plus 7 divided by 8. The last thing that came out of my mouth was divide by 8. So the 8 and that divide line are moving to the other side. They will land as times 8. That's gone, leaving me my x plus 7. 3 8s are 24. Last step, remember, I'm trying to get x on its own, is to pick up that plus 7 and drop it on the other side, landing as a minus. And there it is, x is on its own. And now I've just got to do 24 take away 7, which is 17. And that's the basics of an equation that has a division within it. Looks like fractions, looks scary, but isn't, okay? As we work our way up through the equations, we will see these types of questions giving us negative results, giving us fractional results, being mixed up with other bits and pieces, but we are building gradually to those things. The next video in the series is where we have variables, which is our letter, on both sides of the equal. So join me for that video if you are continuing to build your equation knowledge. Thank you for watching this Target Maths video.